Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, hello. My name is Gina, and in today's video we are going to look at some May favorites. So these are all the plants or planty things that have stood out the most to me in the month of May. There is so much, Okay, I don't know about you guys, I'm sure it's the same for you guys, but things are just like exploding, like just growing so much. It's ridiculous. It is the time of year. It's like, yeah, it's almost June. Good grief. It is almost June. But yeah, I can totally see, I can totally tell just by it's funny how you can figure out like the time of the year just by your plants, just how your plants are growing. It's pretty cool. So typically I'll show you like just five plants that are my favorites. But this time it's going to be more, but it's like by genus. So like I'm going to show you a few of my favorite, like in my succulents or cacti, what has stood out the most to me. So there's like several, and you can kind of see one over here to my left. But so like succulents, and then like African violets and pinguiculas, and then I think that is it as far as by genus, and then the rest of these will just be the individual plants. So we have way more than 5 way more than 5 this month, but there's just so much it's just bringing me so much joy right now. So yeah, that is the plan. That is the plan for this video. All right, so we are starting with succulents. And now I keep succulents. I actually have more succulents in this room than I used to have. So like I have a tray down below here. I'll show you guys the tray filled with a bunch of, it's mostly haworthias, but also like my fairly new to me, it's a jade. Let me just grab it because this one has been standing out. Okay, so this is a variegated jade plant, and the scientific name will be on the screen. I never remember what it is. Oviferum or something, or that could be way off. I have no idea, but I am just really enjoying this plant. It's just so beautiful. Look at the variegation on this plant. This is new growth here, I believe, since I received this. Yeah, and I love it in this cute little beehive-shaped footed planter, and yeah, enjoying this immensely. So that's the first of a few of the succulents I'm going to share with you. Okay, all right, so then right here you saw this one. You probably saw it sitting there. This one is so ridiculous. It's so cool. Now the thing I wish, okay, so it is terracotta, and you know how terracotta likes to change color and get real kind of, some people might call it nasty. Just the like white stuff that it's like, you can kind of see it, it's starting to form on this. So I do want to like clean it off, and I'll just take like a wet cloth and just kind of brush it away. But I just love the way these plants are growing in this planter. And look at these aerial roots, how ridiculous that is. So I guess maybe they're trying to get the moisture from the side of the terracotta, because you know how terracotta is so porous, and when you water things in terracotta, it just like the material, this clay material, just like wicks out the moisture. So that I'm guessing that is why we have these aerial roots coming out here. But love this succulent right here. The name will be on the screen because I cannot remember it offhand. It's probably some sort of Graptopetellum maybe, but I could be way off. And then I do have the name of this one up here. This is an Echeveria Blue Surprise. Variegated, it's called, and it just has a really cute little blue rosette shape to it. Classic Echeveria pattern, pattern, shape, growth pattern. Yeah, really cute. So I'm really enjoying this combination here. And then this is, you haven't seen this one. So I did a Haworthia collection video not too long ago. And I have since that video, I have gotten more Haworthias. Quite a few more, actually. I probably will do an updated Haworthia collection video, but maybe like towards the end of the summer. We might wait because, yeah, we just did it. So we're not going to do another one that quickly. But this one, this is Haworthia. Okay, look at this. You can see it is a variegated Haworthia. This one is the Berry. These names. Berry hybrid variegate. Excuse me, variegate or variegated. So this one actually is the most expensive Haworthia in my collection. I did splurge on this one, and so far so good. I've had it probably maybe 2 months now, and yeah, very much enjoying it. I put it into this vintage pot. This is a McCoy pot that I picked up at the Goodwill, and it did have like cracks in it. It does have a few cracks in it, but the nice thing is, well, I mean, it's still sturdy. It's still holding together. And then with like succulents, you don't water them that often, so it's perfectly fine, even in a cracked pot like this, but a cracked pot. But yeah, this is a McCoy USA pot with this beautiful Haworthia, and I love them. Love it together. Loving that one. And then this here is a Echeveria Lowie or Lowii. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it, but now this can be a difficult succulent for people. Like a lot of people lose this one from what I've been reading, and I am just so proud of this, how well this thing is doing. And it has this wonderful like farina on it, which is this like white powdery coating that the succulents will produce to protect them from harsh lighting. So basically it's kind of like sunscreen basically. And you can, if you touch it, you can see where it's been bumped and where the farina has wiped off. So yeah, it's not a big deal if you do it, but you want to try not to knock that or rub that off. But yeah, this is the Echeveria Lowii. Very proud of how well this one is doing for me, and it looks really cute in this pot too. Love this plant. And then one more succulent to look at. This is the Haworthia cooperi species. So it's a cooperi species, and it's just like a bun shape. How adorable is that? And I love the like pinkishness on the outsides, like yeah, it just has like a little bit of pink on it with the green. I just think it's really, really cute. So this is another one that is new since I did that Haworthia collection video. Yeah, so I think that is all the succulents. I mean, I have so many succulents, and they all are bringing me joy, always. But I just grabbed a few. These are just a few of the ones that kind of stood out a little bit more. All right, next. All right, so I'm going to show you a few in here before we move out of the room. So here we are looking at almost my entire carnivorous plant collection, mostly pinguiculas. I do have some in a terrarium also, but so let's just say pinguiculas. My pinguicula collection is on my faves for the month of May. I have been enjoying the heck out of all of these. I can't like pinpoint one to show you because they've just all been fantastic. So I'm just gonna kind of go in and we're gonna look at these. I'm not gonna put the names on the screen because there's just so many, but you can see the names on the little name tags there. But look at just like this darling little pink center on this one. So cute. We're looking over, look at like just so perfectly shaped, just like a perfect shape, little rosette on on many of these. And look at like the just beautiful, brilliant pink on this one back here, Pinguicula Johanna. And yeah, I'm a fan of the pink that comes out on these. Just so pretty, so pretty. And like the moss that I put around the pots is growing in so nicely, and I think it just finishes it off just so perfectly. Yeah, here is a Drosera here, and you can see that the juicy juice on those, like just along here. That's what they use to catch their little fungus gnats. And I saw one, oh yeah, this one caught a fungus gnat the other day. I don't have that many, like right there. I don't have that many fungus gnats, so that's why my pinguiculas are so clean. But every now and then I will see a fungus gnat, just like that, on these pinguiculas. So since I don't have the fungus gnats, I just spray them with some diluted fertilizer. I just did it actually 2 days ago. I think it was 2 days ago I did it. Look how pretty this pink is. And like, oh, and this one is blooming, still blooming. It's been blooming for a while. And look at the beautiful, brilliant pink on this one. This one has multiplied, you can see all the little babies. And I didn't do that. I did that on its own. I didn't like pull the leaves on those, which, speaking of pulling leaves, look at this. Look how pretty that pink is. Right here, do you remember when I unboxed one of my pinguiculas with you? I think it was like one of these guys here. I think it was maybe this one. Because I remember it was like a super tiny little leaf, and there were a bunch of loose ones, and I stuck them into this container. Do you remember that? Well, let's take a look in the container. All right, so here is how things are looking, and you can see there's like, I think, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think there's 6 total little leaves, and you can see they are sprouting. So it worked. I wasn't sure if it was going to work because they were just so tiny, but look at that. How adorable. You can see the little roots. Now, oh, I wrote what it is. Mirador. Pinguicula Mirador, which is, let me set this down. That would be this one. So it's, yeah, it was this one. This one. This and this, I think, I believe are the same thing. This one and this one. Or this one and this one's the same thing. I'm not sure. But yeah, for sure, these little ones that are growing in that little cup are this Mirador right here. So these are my pinguiculas, every single one of them, except this is not my pinguicula. This is a Discidia, which I love. Just kind of, and this is a Discidia. 2 little Discidias kind of blocking things. But yeah, pinguiculas are my favorites for the month of May. They're on my list, all of them, every single one of them. All right, so the next things, there's a couple of, okay, so there's 2. Hoya pachiclata, Peperomia Hope. Those 2 are on my favorites for the month of May. But I mean, I'm enjoying every single one of these hanging pots of plants here. But these 2 are just the real standouts. So first off, this is Peperomia Hope. And I just love its just delicate, kind of delicate looking, just like a waterfall of foliage. And yeah, it's just so pretty. It is such a pretty one and such an easy one. If you love peperomias, but you find them to be difficult, definitely look into the Peperomia Hope, because I have found it to be such an easy one. It's more like, the care is just more like even like Hoyas. It's just really, really an easy one. It has really cute little rounded leaves on it, which I love a round leaf. And yeah, just really very much enjoying this plant. And I recently propagated it because it was like to my desk almost, so I had to chop it. And I probably will have them in my plant shop before too long. So if you've been wanting to try out a Peperomia Hope, you can find them in my plant shop eventually. And then, okay, so, and also, of course, you can probably guess why. Hoya pachiclata, just loving this plant. It bloomed for me, so pretty. And the growth on it is pretty ridiculous. All of this, so this is gonna be another peduncle right here. And then just look at all these leaves that have popped out on this plant. Another beautiful one. If you enjoy a very strong smelling, floral, fragrant Hoya, definitely look into the pachiclata. In fact, I think I'll be posting one in my shop this last shop update. Look how cute. So pretty. Hoya pachiclata. On my favorites list, and then, so like this is Hoya Brahmanica here, also loving Hoya linearis, loving that as well, but just all these, but in particular, mostly Hoya pachiclata, Peperomia Hope. Love those. Oh, do you see my potted, I showed you guys in the last video. I potted them up and decided to keep them on the windowsill here. My little friend assembly pots with Haworthias, Haworthiana. Yeah. Anyway, okay, now I think that's it for this room. For this next grouping, it's by a genus. So it's an entire genus of plants in my collection that have been bringing so much joy in the month of May. And it will continue and continue onward to the other months, I'm sure, because they just, yeah, they are blooming. They are African violets, and they bloom, and it is the blooms that just bring me the joy. Now, some of these, it is also the foliage, but I'm going to include all the ones I gathered here with me. I'm going to include video so you can see up close what these look like. So several of these have been blooming continuously for me, and some are kind of newer to the blooming game. And I'm going to show you each of these up close so you can see what they look like. I will give you the names of them. And once again, none of these particularly stood out like as more favorite than the others. It's like just all of them, they're perfection. Okay, so first up, now I showed you this one fairly recently. So this is the pink curls, this African violet. I think it's RM pink curls. And this one is one of the ones that's kind of newer to blooming for me. I actually sold a couple of these in the last shop update, and I've discovered that this pot is like the perfect pot for this plant. So this is in a little 2-inch pot, and it is not currently self-watering. It is just, I need to redo it with a wick because this has like this little neck here. I can fill this with the water and then have this as like a self-watering pot. It's going to be perfect. I need to get more of these. In fact, I looked the other day and I wanted to find different colors because I think it came in white also. But when I looked, I didn't see, I don't even think the pink is available. I don't know, I have to check again. But I would love to get this in like several different colors, this little mushroom pot. So cute. So this is Pink Curls, and as I said, I had it in my shop, last shop update, not this most recent one, but the one before. Listed a couple in there and those sold, and I'm hoping to get more in a future, soon, in a future shop update. So that's the first one. This next one, this is, the name of this one, do I have it on the pot? Let's look. I do not. So this is an heirloom African violet. So this came, my mother-in-law gave me a leaf cutting of from her plant, which is like a 50-year-old plant or something like that. And this is what I grew from the leaf. And look at these sweet little flowers. I love this one. I love that it is like an heirloom variety. Yeah, really cute. And speaking of, from my mother-in-law also, she sent me just a leaf cutting of this one. And this one is called, I believe it's called like Purple Hog. And it's something like that. There might be more to the name than that, but look at these beautiful purple flowers. I love the foliage on this one. It's kind of ruffly, and the color of the green is just so dark, so deep. Yeah, this one I think is ready for a watering. And this one is not in self-watering. This one is just potted, regular. Yeah, really cute. And then this one I picked up, actually, it was a local pickup from my, just the local nursery. And this is I believe it's considered a miniature, so the leaves don't get that big. And then the little flowers, they're so tiny and cute and pink. Love this one. This is one that is, there's like multiple plants in this. I think I might have, I propagated the original, the mother plant, and propagated with one leaf, and this, it did this. So this needs to be separated. There's like multiple plants here, but it's just so pretty. And this is another one that would be considered a miniature version. This is called Harmony's Hunter's Primal Scream. Yeah, Scream. And it's just a really pretty kind of spotted, it's a purple flower with white spotting on it. It did have many more blooms, and it's kind of getting towards the end. Hopefully it will be pushing out some more blooms. Yeah, hopefully. But another miniature variety. Really cute. This one is in self-watering. And then, let's see, you saw this one recently. This is my Harmony's Sunny Salmon. And this one has a really pretty kind of variegated leaf on it. Love the color of these leaves. And just the like modeling of the leaves. And then with the perfectly pretty pink blooms. It's lovely. And then this one, it's not just the blooms on this one, it is also the leaves. So you see it is a variegated leaf, and I love how there's so much pink in the leaves. So not only do you get the pink of the flowers, but you get the pink of the leaves. And this one is called Rose Bouquet, and the little flowers look like little roses. Self-watering, also self-watering. And then last, I think these are all the African violets right now that are blooming. There might be one I missed. I think I might have a bigger purple one I missed, but yeah, I think I just missed one. So you see this one all the time in the background of my videos when I'm filming in my office. This is Harmony's Genetic Blush, and it's just continuously always blooming. And you can see more buds more blooms will be coming out just all over this plant. This is a very, very happy plant. And it also has really pretty mottled like leaves, like the patterning on the leaves, really nice. So this is why, let me move you down. You can see why, I think you can see why the African violets have been a favorite of mine this month, because they're just looking so pretty with all those flowers. And I told you guys my goal this year was to really improve my African violet collection, like, because I do struggle sometimes with African violets. They're not easy. They are not, definitely not an easy genus of plants. Yeah, but I kind of feel like I'm getting a grasp on them, like how to care for them. And yeah, I'm excited to see what happens the rest of the year with my collection. So, well, I still have to do a whole African violet collection video. So yeah, maybe when I get like almost all of my African violets blooming, I'll do one of those. But yeah, so that is this grouping, and we have one more plant to look at. Okay, so the final plant on my favorites list this month, this is my Black Pagoda Lipstick Plant. And it's so big, it's such a big plant here. I would take it down, but it's just so much easier to bring you guys to it. So this here, it hangs, it's in my dining room. It's kind of in between my dining room and my living room. And the nice thing about this one is it doesn't like need a whole lot of light. So there's a window over here, which is maybe like 3 feet away. And then there's a window over here, which is like 20 plus feet away. And it just kind of hangs in this kind of dimmer area, but it still does wonderfully. It is constantly giving me new growth. And there is a little grow light hanging here above my Monstera deliciosa. It kind of gets a little bit of light from that, but yeah, it's kind of what I would call medium light, I would think. That's what I would classify it as. And it does great. It does great there. The nice thing about this one, as you can see, the underside of the leaves, it's kind of far. Maybe I can do a little close-up video, but like the underside of the leaves has such an interesting pattern to it. And then it also does flower. This one does get flowers. It is not currently flowering. I think the last time it flowered was maybe like 2 months ago. But I have discovered something really exciting about this plant. And I actually discovered it while I was standing here doing this video for you guys. So right here, I've never seen this before. This is the first time I have seen this. Do you see? This right here these are seeds. And yeah, I'm gonna get you in closer to look at this because it's just so, I have never seen this before. And I'm going to plant these seeds and we'll see what happens. In the past, I told you guys I was gonna propagate this one and I'd have propagations in my shop, but I just never got around to it. But now with these seeds, this is what I'm gonna be doing today. I'm gonna be planting these seeds. It's just so cool. So yeah, very exciting. And I would have never noticed it if I didn't do this video, if I wasn't like highlighting this plant in my favorites for May. So here is my queen, the queen favorite of May right here. My Black Pagoda Lipstick Plant. Here's a old bloom right here. You can kind of see what it looks like. Nothing, I mean, it's dried up and dead, but even when they're fresh, they're like kind of a dull color. They're not like a brilliant, beautiful, pretty coloration, but yeah. I just can't get over I just can't get over these seeds. Wow. It's just so cool. I wonder if there's more. Well, I don't see any others. Yeah, so exciting. Black Pagoda Lipstick Plant. So real quick, I wanted to show you, I think this is another seed pod right here. So I was collecting the seeds from the other one and I noticed this right here, just this long, almost looks like a stem, but I don't know for sure, but I think this might be another seed pod because it's definitely different from the stem. See the difference? I think this is definitely a seed pod. Wow, it's huge. I can't believe I never noticed that. And this might be the first time this plant has ever done this, so I don't know. That is exciting. Wow, okay. So here is what I collected. These are my seeds. And I quickly looked it up to see like how difficult it is. There are so many seeds in this bag. There are a lot of seeds in here. But I quickly looked it up to see like what to do. And apparently it is much easier to propagate the pagoda lipstick plant by just cuttings, but you can try. We can try. We can try with these seeds. We can, I guess it takes quite a bit of time for them to germinate. But yeah, I'm gonna do more research and I'm gonna see, hopefully one day, one of these days, I'll be able to show you a bunch of little, I'm not gonna do that many at a time. Maybe I'll do like 5. I'll try 5 of these seeds, try germinating 5 of them and we'll see what happens. So exciting. Wow. Okay, that is gonna do it. Here's my African violets. That is gonna do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. So exciting. I certainly enjoyed this, discovering something I have never seen before in my collection. Just so cool. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for joining me here today. Let me know what plants in your collection have been your favorites for the month. I'd love to hear. And let me know if you have ever germinated any lipstick plant seeds. Let me know. So thanks guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.